8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how long it takes sunlight to travel from the sun to Earth. It means the sun you see right now isn't the sun as it is. It's the sun as it was over 8 minutes ago. Now imagine this. The sun vanishes completely right now, this instant. Not explodes, not dims, just gone, as if someone flipped a switch on the entire star. For the first 8 minutes, nothing would change. You'd still see it hanging in the sky, warm and bright as always. Sunlight already on its way to Earth keeps arriving, because light doesn't stop mid-flight just because its source disappeared. You'd be standing under a sun that technically no longer exists, and you'd have absolutely no way of knowing it. This is one of the strangest facts in astronomy. Every star you look at in the night sky is old news. You're not seeing them as they are. You're seeing light that left them years, centuries, sometimes thousands of years ago. Some of those stars might not even exist anymore. We just haven't gotten the memo yet, because the memo travels at the speed of light, and even light isn't fast enough to update us instantly. But let's go back to our disappearing sun. What happens after those 8 minutes and 20 seconds run out? The sky goes black. Not gradually, like a sunset. Instantly. One moment you're standing in daylight, the next moment you're in complete darkness, as if someone slammed a switch on the entire planet. But losing the light is only half the story. Gravity disappears at the exact same time because gravity also travels at the speed of light. So the moment the sun's glow vanishes from our sky, its gravitational pull on Earth vanishes too. This is where things get genuinely dangerous. Earth doesn't orbit the sun because it's chasing it. Earth orbits because it's in a constant tug-of-war between its own forward motion and the sun's gravity pulling it inward. Remove the sun's gravity, and that tug-of-war ends instantly. Earth stops curving around an invisible point in space and shoots off in a straight line like a rock released from a slingshot. We wouldn't feel this happen. There's no sudden jolt, no crash. Earth would simply stop turning toward the sun and start drifting away in whatever direction it happened to be moving at that exact moment. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, we'd begin the long journey into the emptiness of interstellar space. Meanwhile, on the ground, chaos of a different kind would already be unfolding. Temperatures would begin dropping almost immediately. Within a day, surface temperatures could fall below freezing across most of the planet. Within a week, they'd plunge far lower. The oceans, thankfully, hold enormous amounts of heat, so they wouldn't freeze right away. That stored warmth would buy humanity a small amount of time, maybe a few weeks, before the deep cold became truly catastrophic. Photosynthesis would stop within hours. Plants that depend on sunlight to produce energy would begin to die off almost immediately, which sounds bad enough until you consider what comes next. Every animal that eats plants, and every animal that eats those animals, is now standing on top of a collapsing food chain. The oceans would fare a little better at first. Some deep-sea ecosystems don't rely on sunlight at all. They get their energy from geothermal vents on the ocean floor. In a strange twist, some of the planet's simplest and toughest life forms might actually survive longer than we would. Now here's the part that surprises most people. If the sun disappeared right now, humanity wouldn't die out immediately. We wouldn't even die out within the first few weeks, assuming we prepared. With enough warning, we could theoretically survive using nuclear power, geothermal energy, and greenhouses lit artificially. It wouldn't be comfortable. It wouldn't be sustainable forever. But short-term survival isn't physically impossible. The real problem is Earth drifting further and further from where the sun used to be, into a cold, dark, orbitless path through space. Without the sun's gravity holding us in place, there's nothing pulling us back. We wouldn't crash into anything. We'd simply keep drifting forever, a lifeless rock hurtling through the void. Of course, none of this is actually possible. Stars don't just vanish. The laws of physics don't allow a sun to disappear instantly. And even if something catastrophic happened to it, the process would take far longer than a single instant. But thinking through the scenario reveals something important about our relationship with the star we take for granted every single day. We don't just depend on the sun for light. We depend on it for warmth, for gravity, for the very shape of our orbit through space. It holds our entire planet on a leash, quietly, invisibly, without us ever noticing the pull. So the next time you look up and see the sun sitting exactly where it always is, remember this. What you're really looking at is 8 minutes and 20 seconds into the past. And everything about your life right now, in this exact moment, depends on it staying exactly where it is. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video.